You're watching SBA Today. With all the latest news, stories, and advice, here are your hosts, Paul Long and Tanya Mazurek.
Hello and welcome to SBA Today for the week of December 9th. I am Paul.
And I am Tanya. And guess what? We are joined by our amazing guest, Mr. Bob Coleman. Welcome back to the show, Bob.
And I am Bob. Thank you very much.
I am Bob. Bob, not Bob the Builder in SBA. Bob, no.
This is awesome. I love what you two do, and thank you so much for asking me. This is going to be great.
Well, thank you for being.
Do you have are we on a delay in case do you have to
meet?
No, I don't think so. No, we're on, man.
Green, pause for a moment. We'll be right back.
What's funny, and I want to tell everybody out there, is before we got on, we were all like joking around as we typically do, right? And Paul tells Bob, he's like, well, we were like, oh, did you read over it? Blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I got that. We've got a great assistant, whatever. Anyway, so Paul's like, okay, so that's good because we're going to ask you about page 363 in the SOP. And Bob freaking starts spitting some baloney stuff, whatever about. I'm going to say that it was actually quite funny. So yeah,
we have fun.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, the big news for this week is the Made in America Manufacturing Finance Act passed through the House. This will double the SBA loan limits for small manufacturers from $5 million to $10 million. I read the bill because it was it was 2 pages, and I can read. I was going to say
it was short.
It was short. I can do that.
I can even do 2 pages, Paul.
I didn't even need to use ChatGPT to like summarize it. So I mean, I consider myself good data.
Oh goodness.
Well, first of all, I think, the first thing is who's going to do this? I'm just curious, because at the end of the day, $10 million is a truckload of money, right? And there are, will small institutions do this? Maybe. Will big institutions do it? Guaranteed. I know some small banks that do SBA lending that their maximum loan amount can't exceed $5 million.
Right.
So, it'll be very interesting to see kind of who steps up on these, of course, once it's passed. I think it's also, go ahead.
I just said it will pass.
No, I'm sure. I guarantee it will pass. Yeah. I'm thinking about the fees. What's 3.75% of $10 million? Like
a lot.
Whoo! You're going to need a separate loan just for the SBA fee.
I'm thinking about reserves and stuff like that for the banks and what they're looking at when it comes to these large loans, because we already have those kind of issues sometimes when you even get into the $5 million loan with different institutions, with their reserves and how they have to do it as far as what they can lend, what they've got left behind, all that fun stuff. That's a question that I guess is on my mind in this. Bob, what do you think?
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I take issue with what Paul said, surprise. And that is all institutions are going to get involved with it. Community banks, absolutely, Paul. This is perfect for when you know your customer, when you have that manufacturing facility in Iowa, the local bank knows them.
Mm-hmm.
And now in the markets, that 5 to 10 million range is huge. And Tanya, I wouldn't be so concerned about the reserves because these loans, we just came back from the secondary market, they can be siphoned up. The unguaranteed portion, there's a whole new ecosystem that's developed that's going to allow other participants to buy into that, and that will greatly reduce the community bank exposure. $10 million, it will be a 75% guarantee. There were some issues about that, but that $2.5 million, the bank can then go ahead and sell that off and retain a portion of it. And the conversation was, well, how much should the bank retain? And there's no magic number. SBA, Congress, the Senate, they're all looking at that. And well, what is the appropriate level? Does the bank even need to retain some? Everything's on the table. So the good news is you have a very responsive Congress. Paul and Tanya, this thing passed on a unanimous voice vote in House of Representatives.
Yay.
I don't know my congressional history that much, but in today's
Not very.
environment or any environment, that is unheard of. Bipartisan support.
Now, Bob.
The agency's embracing it. This is definitely good news for the industry.
It is.
And I see a lot of real estate
Yes,
on this. And of course, and again, I'm always thinking business acquisitions. A $10 million business acquisition may be a little bit harder to swallow, but real estate, not
necessarily. If you have a solid company and their owner's retiring and you want to sell it to the employees and they have a track record, again, the bank knows that business and they know the management that's coming in. That's a perfect thing because the bank's not going to take a $10 million exposure. But now when you're getting down to $1.5 million on a $10 million loan, that's a different story. So
do you think it's going to be a slow, slowly, I guess, put this into effect? Do you think banks are going to take a second, like credit officers and whatnot, going to take a second to actually really jump on board? What's your thought on that?
I think we have some pretty smart credit officers. And right now we're going from 5 to 10, but it's a different risk, different analysis. But the fact that you got that huge guarantee, and if you have an experienced lender who's comfortable with handling the servicing of that type of guarantee, and more importantly, they know a company, they have a customer in that area. Now they can fulfill the needs. I think it's great. And Paul, not a business acquisition, expansion, real estate. You're going to see. You're not going to see a $10 million working capital line. That doesn't make sense. But for all these other things, absolutely, it makes sense.
I love it.
Good point.
I love it. Well, they also in the House, they were busy, obviously, because they had quite a few bills that they passed. Imagine that, after the whole shutdown.
I was going to say they were closed for a month and a half. Of course they're busy. So would you.
Weird. None of us feel like this. Anyway, in total, they passed bipartisan bills that had been under suspension with the shutdown. Yes. So here they are. Investing in All of America Act of 2025. The Made in America Manufacturing Finance Act, which we're speaking about. SBA IT Modernization Reporting Act. Interesting. SBA Fraud Enforcement Extension Act. And Office of Rural Affairs Enhancement Act. Wait, I'm going to go back and say that. Office of Rural Affairs. Anyway, Office of Rural Affairs Enhancement Act. So they were busy.
Question for you, Bob. Do you happen to know, and as I was kind of reading through this, I forgot to read the SBA IT Modernization Act. Did you look at that by chance at all?
Absolutely. I've done an extensive analysis of that.
Here we go.
I think it is great legislation. It is sorely. No, of course I didn't read it.
I'm like, am I the only one that speaks on here and says, no, I absolutely freaking did not read it? I'm here with a couple of baloney.
I'm going to do that afterwards because I'm curious on that one.
Put me down for a yes. I'm yes for IT and I'm yes for modernization. So I'm all for it.
That's why you have a staff, Bob.
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm curious.
I was told there were going to be no trick questions. So
well, you were right too.
I was like, fair enough.
Who told you, him or me? I mean, y'all you got to be ready for me.
Anyway. Well, I definitely know, and I've been reading quite a bit. Of course, they really are working a lot of fraud. There was a post the other day. They were looking into AA fraud, PPP fraud, idle fraud, all of that. And I'm glad they're doing that. I think that's wonderful to do that and protect the program. It's just, when you see all these little acts and such, it's like, okay, what's the meat underneath it? Like, okay, modern IT. Okay, what does that mean? Is that a 20-page bill to say you get a new server, or are they revamping E-Tran and it's going to be, the bee's knees? I don't know.
Well, I would tell you on a serious note, Diana Seaborn said at our summit last week in the secondary market that they have all these old systems all cobbled together, and they have a commitment to work more efficiently with the employees they have and to modernize their systems. So while I'm making light of the fact of that, it is something that's sorely needed in terms of their upgrades. And the presentation that she gave in terms of how they're going to work with lenders was very positive for the community and the SBA has made a strong commitment to make that process faster for the lenders, deliver quality product, and obviously get the money out to Main Street faster. So
Don't you love her?
Put me down as a yes.
I just love Diana Seaborn. Sorry, I just got to say that. I just think she's so great for the program.
Her and Ginger are like those
I agree.
people.
Let me make sure. Yeah,
respect.
Let me check. Yeah, that's a +1. Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah. From back at our other podcast with you on, we were like, anyway.
Yeah. Well, here's another question for you, Bob, right off of the script that you didn't read. So, all of us have, been in the industry for at least a year. I know. We've been in the industry for a long time. What do you think is the key to success and longevity in this industry?
That's a great question. And I'm going to answer it the way that I tell my kids is show up on time and do what you say you're going to do. There's no secrets. There's no secrets. Live Oak Bank has the same New Tech #1 lender, Live Oak #2. They have the same program parameters that a small rural bank in Iowa has. There's no secrets. It's simply show up on time, execute, and do what you say you're going to do. I think it's a very simple concept.
I think we all forget some of the just bare fundamentals. If we just go back to that, right. Someone calls you, you call them back.
Call them back.
What? Like, of course I listen to the BDO show, which everyone else should too, but that's a common thing that they talk about as well, is just, returning a phone call. And it's still one of my biggest pet peeves is when they say, "Oh, thanks for calling me back." There was another option? Like, what? Like, it doesn't
so
make
you
sense.
guys know me. So I've got a few on this potentially. Imagine that.
Oh, boy.
One I think is One I think is transparency. Like, be transparent in your actions and your words and how you show up. It's part of showing up and do what you say you're going to do, right? But be transparent about it. Don't blow smoke, right? Kind of like we did earlier, because don't blow smoke. Show up like you are. Be authentic. Be transparent. I think that goes a heck of a long way. Also,
tell the truth.
Of course. And there's so many. Yeah, just
there's no
straight sometimes.
You're absolutely right. There's no secrets. It's simple.
No.
Do you have the personal commitment to succeed at your position and do the best job that you can with the resources you have? We all face that challenge in our daily lives. I love that. I love this topic because it gets to the heart of who's successful, who's not. There's a lot of components that go into it, but there's a reason why consistent performers and lenders are consistent throughout the years. They're not going for the quick buck. They're not cutting corners. Those who last in this industry are doing it right.
100%.
I think it goes towards, the whole industry in general, right? That's just part of it. How you show up, what you do, that's part of what we're doing in general as an SBA loan officer or in the SBA in general. We're coming together, we're helping people. It's spirit, man. It's just spirit. So anyway, all right.
Spirit of the program.
The spirit of the program.
Okay, you didn't tell me I had to sing and do harmony. I don't know. I don't do that.
Oh, dude, yeah. Of course you do. Okay, so Bob, mine is coming up. So you remember the first time we met, which was back in March, right? And we had come for getting one of what you're doing already right now, right? Which is nominations for different things in the industry.
Right there.
Exactly. #1 SBA podcast. It was awesome.
Make it larger, maybe make it.
I know. It was, here.
And well deserved. Well deserved. What you guys are doing is phenomenal for the industry. Anyway, I cut you off on that, but well deserved.
Oh, no, you keep going.
No. And we want to provide a forum to recognize exceptional performers in the industry. That's what we want to do. And Tanya, I was able to meet you for the first time on that. And it was a pleasure to be involved in that presentation as the best SBA podcast of the year.
Well, thanks, sir. We liked having you on. It was so much fun. But the other part of that, right, is when you came to me the night before, right? And there were going to be people doing speeches the next day and all that, and you pretty much voluntold me, right?
Voluntold. I'm gonna write that
Voluntold
down. Hold on, I've never heard that. Voluntold.
Voluntold me that the next you would like me to do, a speech basically on lending in the GP space. Right.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there inside going, are you kidding me? All these amazing people that I am going to be standing in front of, right, that I have so much respect for. But I was like, you got it. Okie dokie, I'll do it. Right. Well, one of the things I wanted to kind of take from that is that's how I met the team I'm with now. It is. They were there. There was conversation. I'm up there in front. I'm just like networking and being social and doing my thing, right? I don't have an agenda. When I'm there, I had zero agenda. And yet the things that came from this networking experience, right? Look where I'm at. I have a new team. I have a new boss woman that's amazing. I have, awesome direction, people in the industry that I'm working with. And it all came from this networking where I didn't really have an agenda. So my question, because, it takes me a while to get to my questions. So my question is, what's your take on networking? Should you always have an agenda, or do you think it's advantageous to at times also network with an open mind versus a planned outcome, and why?
I would go with A. Absolutely. I think people who listen do very, very well. And networking is absolutely important. I'm a big believer of affiliating yourself with other successful people. We always learn from how they operate. And you learn every day. You learn how people do things. And I think our industry is phenomenal in terms of the quality of the talent that it attracts. Plus, look what we do. We're certainly not priests in that important role in our society, but you have to take a step back, and we're creating generational wealth. We're giving employees good paying jobs, and we're allowing people to become the best version of themselves they can become. So the success stories I love to hear, and I love interacting with other people. And the people who have been around the longest, you can learn a lot from them, as well as the I got to choose my words. The emerging, the under 40, the new blood. You could learn from them as well, and you can learn from both groups. So networking is important, and I put me down for A.
Okay, so I don't know A or whatever. So again,
no agenda.
No agenda. Thank you. That's exactly what I was.
Want to go and sell?
I can sniff that out from a mile away, and I run to the other corner. It's like, no, do not sell to me. I hate it. Sell, I can buy, but I don't want to be sold to. But that kind of brings me to when you talked about, this isn't on there, so I'm surprising Paul too. But when you're talking about, those that have been in the industry for a long time and those that are new coming into this industry, that is a huge thing, because I think we all can learn from each other so much. And yeah, I'm in the middle. Anyway, no. I'm definitely not. I'm on the. But anyway, those of us can certainly learn from each other, because they've got new ideas that we're not thinking of that might have been here for a second, right? And yet, if they listen to those that have been there for a while, there's like nuances and whatnot they can pick up that they haven't quite gotten to yet. So I just think that's amazing. But
well said.
Anyway.
So, any final last words from Bob Coleman?
Not sound right. That does not sound right. Any last words, Bob?
Great guy. I mean, whatever happened. The final last words, what mine or yours?
It's like, what else would you like to share with us? How about that?
Just following up with what I said, I think it's important that we learn every day, that we network, that we associate ourselves with other successful people in this industry. And Tanya, you're a BDO. You're out there. You're talking with carnival hawkers, with pitchers, and you could quickly figure out who's for real and who's not. Mm-hmm. And I would say just take a step back and listen.
Yep.
And you're going to do great. This is a fantastic career opportunity for the newer peoples in this industry, and it's a fantastic career people to create personal wealth through their 401ks and create a nice career path that, and it's trite, but it's true. We deliver meaningful product for the American worker. That's what we end up doing at the end of the day. And all too often we lose focus of that, but embrace it. Don't be embarrassed by it. Embrace it. This is what I do for the American society, and it's a great job. Great industry.
I mean,
awesome.
we're helping all of those, right?
This
That's
is
got families and people behind them.
Yeah, isn't this where we get the flag and the music background? Little John.
Oh, wait.
You
You got away.
No, that's the royal wave. Wrong country.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I am a queen, so I can wave if I want.
Well, Bob, thanks for being
That's
with
awesome.
us today.
I love this stuff.
always,
You guys do
I love
great.
your
and I appreciate it
personality.
very
I
much.
love what you're doing for the industry. You're doing a
Absolutely.
lot at Coleman Report. And if anyone has never heard of the Coleman
love
Report,
getting
where
it.
the have you been? He's
Sign up,
the
dude, because
godfather.
there's information.
Oh my
So
gosh,
much
he's
information.
such a great resource.
And
So
your
Bob, thank you
trainings,
for being
everything.
on with us, and thanks for what you're doing in the SBA industry.
Thank you very much, Tanya and Paul. I really
Yes.
enjoyed this. Thank you.
We've enjoyed it as well. And for the rest of you guys, we are here on Tuesday mornings, every Tuesday morning for the most part. Anyway, on LinkedIn and YouTube, and otherwise any of the streaming platforms where you get your podcast. Go and check out any of our past episodes and or our sister show, the video show. If you would like to reach out to Paul or I, we would love to connect with you on our personal LinkedIn pages. Follow and share if you think what we do is worthwhile. Share it with your colleagues. They might as well, or they might, I guess, as well. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy your week. If nobody's told you, we think you're great. So peace out.
See you later.